Hey everyone, welcome back to Colorful Indian. It is so good to see you here. My name is Ranita and I love getting into makeup and beauty reviews. Now, if you like my content, then you can always hit that subscribe button. I love getting into things in as much detail as possible, and today I thought I would review 6 perfumes that I have gotten by Monde Gourmand. This is a really inexpensive perfume brand, and I've been exploring quite a few of their fragrances, and I thought it would be really cool to give you my thoughts on each and every one, going up onto the newest one that I've actually tried, and just sharing my thoughts on everything so far. Now, the one thing I will say about every single Monde Gourmand perfume that I have tried, and this goes for every single one of them without fail, the longevity of this is that they need to be sprayed after about 4 hours. Like, I've noticed that for me, I kind of noticed the scent becoming a bit too intimate around the 3rd or 4th hour mark, and I definitely need to respray it. Now, the good thing about Monde Gourmand is that every single bottle is about 30 ml. There are some that are slightly bigger, but for the most part, the bottles are 30 ml and they're about this big. So it's very easy. You can actually take these and you can, put them inside your bag and carry them around with you. And that makes it very convenient, simply because if it was a bigger bottle, then I think it would be heavier and it would be a bit less convenient to take it with you. So that's pretty much what I do. I pick up my perfumes, put them in my bag, and they're with me. And then when I notice that my scent is kind of going away and I'm not really getting what I want to be getting from it anymore, I do a refresher and I just spray all on the pulse points. That's my wrists, my elbows, and then I spray over here as well. And usually I try to go for very comforting smells with this brand, simply because my work entails dealing with mental health and everything. So I like my clients to come in feeling comfort. Like, smells do contribute to the environment. Now, the first perfume I wanted to talk about is this one over here, Creme Brulee by Monde Gourmand. Now, this perfume actually came out in 2016. This is according to information that I found online. And, it seems that the main notes, I don't know the main notes, because for a lot of these seem to be retired or discontinued scents that I'm finding in TJ Maxx. I have found a couple of newer ones as well, but for the most part, a lot of these have not been, like the very new scents. So I have to go off like information that I have from online, obviously. So this one over here is basically, from 2016, and it says it's an oriental vanilla fragrance for women. Now, I can attest to the fact, because I've worn these like multiple times now. I've been playing with all of these over the past few months. So Creme Brulee here, you get a very strong vanilla smell coming through from it, and I definitely get a bit of that sweetness. It really does smell like creme brulee. So I think that they kind of hit it spot on when it comes to, the actual smell of it and everything. Now, if you look at Fragrantica.com, they'll tell you that the main note here is vanilla, and then there's a bit of sweetness. I definitely can smell that sweetness coming through as well. It's not overwhelming though. I really like it. It seems like there's a bit of powderiness to this and lactonic. I don't really get that much. I think that I really do get that vanilla as the main thing. And then as it's kind of drying down, that vanilla comes through even more with a hint of that caramel, and hence, that's why we have the name Creme Brulee. But it is a beautiful perfume and I do like it. Next, I have Pumpkin Epicee here for you. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, so please correct me if I got it wrong, but this is basically what the bottle looks like. And you can see that it's got a slightly darker color as well. And this is all made in the USA, by the way. It's distributed by a company called True Fragrances. Now, I did try my very best to actually find out what year this perfume was actually made in, and I couldn't get any information. So I thought I'd just share with you how I feel about it. Now, when fall came around, I was very keen to get, beautiful fall scents. So, this all came at the right time, and I've been kind of building up my Monde Gourmand collection over the past few months, because if you go and get these at TJ Maxx, each of them are like $12.99, and sometimes you can find them in clearance for less. So this one really smells like it's got that warmth to it. You get that, like, it's got the tiniest little bit of that heaty kind of feel that you get when you're just having a hot drink, especially in a cold kind of climate. This really does meet the expectations, I think, for fall weather, for cozy weather, sweater weather, all of that. I really do like it, and I feel that it's got the sweetness as well. And even as I'm smelling it now, I can feel like it's just got the tiniest bit of that heat, but not too much. It's not overwhelming. And then you get a bit of that spices, like the spices coming through as well. So it's really a delicious perfume, especially with the price being $12.99. You really can't beat the price. So if you see this one, you really want to go and get it. Next, we have Cell Caramel over here, which was launched in 2022. You can see what the bottle looks like, what the color of it is like. It's a pretty, orangey kind of brown perfume. And it's described as a floral, fruity fragrance for women. Now, I think I can attest to that because when I picked Cell Caramel up, I wanted to try it out, obviously, because, it was in TJ Maxx. I thought, okay, this is a steal. I'm really excited to try something like this out. And when I sprayed it, it honestly was such a beautiful caramel that came through. That's what I was actually getting. So I was really happy that that caramel note was there. I could definitely smell like the vanilla coming through, but there was something else. And this is a lot sweeter, by the way, than Creme Brulee. I felt like Creme Brulee it's got that sweetness, but this one is so much sweeter. And there's one more thing, which is this kind of like zesty, citrusy thing going on. Sure enough, when I came to check and read up a bit more about the notes, because I do like to read up about my perfumes to just see, what's in it. I want to know. So I came to, again, fragrantica.com, and it says that here the main notes are lemon zest, caramel glaze, and vanilla cream. So I was really, really happy that I was actually able to smell all of this. It really smells vastly different to Creme Brulee, but it's so nice. I don't know, this is so delicious. It smells like almost like some kind of cake, that you'd like to eat in a way, like a really yummy cake. And yeah, I can't get enough of this one. It's a beautiful fragrance. Creme Brulee is also really special. It's just sweet and more like, I think, vanilla. Like the dry down of Creme Brulee is more sweet and vanilla. In Cell Caramel, you have that zestiness that kind of stays instead with you. So there's big differences between those two particular scents over here. But again, really, really love those. All right, so now we have Chai Eclair. And right now, if you go onto Le Monde Gourmand's website, they have something called Chai Spice, which I haven't really tried yet. I think that I need to grab that one as well. But Chai Eclair starts off with a very sweet kind of note for me. And I feel like as it dries down, I think there may be like vanilla here. I think that there may be a bit of caramel as well in these. I couldn't find the notes online, and I think this may be a discontinued scent, but I really liked it because chai, if you don't know, is basically just tea with spices. It's an Indian thing, and I really enjoy any kind of perfume that reminds me of tea. It's a big thing for me, and I really enjoy the smell of tea or spices. So I do feel like I'm able to get a few spices coming through from here, a lot of that. Even now when I'm smelling it, yeah, it's mostly that sweetness coming through, but it kind of feels like a condensed milk kind of smell. Like, that's the kind of thing that I'm getting from this. And it really feels and reminds me of milk, spices, and maybe not as much the tea, but I can get that sweetness coming through, a little bit of the spices, and it reminds me of something that I would have with tea. So in that way, I think that this is pretty great because, it would kind of remind me of a memory where I would have tea every day at 5 o'clock with some biscuits and cake and snacks and stuff. I used to do that when I was a child because that was my grandmother's routine. So this perfume reminds me exactly of that. It's absolutely delicious though. I really love this one. All right, so next I have Pumpkin Spice for you. Now, Pumpkin Spice is one of the newest scents. It came out this year and I jumped on it as soon as I saw it because I was really excited about it, and I was looking for more fall fragrances that I could actually add to my collection. So let me just tell you a little bit about it. It basically has pumpkin spice as the top note, nutmeg and frothed milk, musk and sandalwood as the base notes. So honestly, this is a beautiful perfume. I've worn it many times now and I really, really love it. I do feel like it's got a bit of a freshness to it. I feel that the pumpkin, the other one, the pumpkin Epicee one, does not really have for me. I feel like this one is just different in that sense, because like this one is more, I think, spicy. Like that's what I'm getting from it, and the way that it dries down and stuff as well, you get more of those heaty kind of things going on with it. Now, pumpkin cream is also, it's got the pumpkin spice to it, but I did notice something fresh about it and something milky about it. There's a creaminess, I think that's the word that I'm going for. I feel like the smell for me was creamier than the other one that I tried, but I still think it's a very beautiful perfume and perfect for like fall, even for winter. Like I kind of feel like I could do this because I imagine myself sitting, in cold weather having a hot drink, and this kind of just makes sense. but it has more of that freshness happening with it as well. So I really enjoy pumpkin cream, and I think it's a really, really beautiful perfume as well. I bought Peach Delicious at around the same time that I had actually picked up pumpkin cream, and I was really excited about, you know, Peach Delicious because I wanted a peach perfume, and I was like, okay, you know, let's see how this goes. Let's see if I actually like this. So let me tell you a bit about this perfume. The main notes are basically peach, then crumble, cinnamon, and orange, and then we also have cocoa, white rose, and caramel as the middle notes, and then the base notes are vanilla, softwoods, and baked musks. Now this beautiful perfume, just sprayed onto this because, you know, I'm kind of trying to just refresh my memory, but I remember that when I sprayed this the first time, all I could smell was this beautiful, beautiful peach. It really smells so wonderful. It's like a peach pie almost, you know, that's coming out of the oven, and you can get all that sweetness, and there's a burst of this beautiful freshness as well to it, which I really, really enjoy. And I kind of feel like as it, you can smell like that caramel, like there's definitely that sweetness, like I said, there's that caramel coming through, and when it would dry down for me, it would become a vanilla. So I kind of really like that about Peach Delicious, because I think that I haven't really smelled anything else yet that really gives you this burst of peach, which, you know, I really would love to have. I've been searching for peach perfumes, and I'm still experimenting with a few. But I feel like Peach Delicious here really won for me because, you know, first of all, you can't really beat the price. This was like $28. And then again, if you go and you buy it online, you know, on Marshalls or TJ Maxx or whatever, you're going to get it at a discount. So in many ways, this perfume does so well. And the best thing is you can just respray it. Like, just respray it if you feel like the, you know, perfume is not lasting for you as long. But again, for me, it's always been like about 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours before I respray, and I want it to be, you know, lasting longer. And then of course I spray it on my clothes, so I kind of double layer if I want my perfumes to last for a longer period of time. Last but not least, I have Confetti Dores over here. Now this came out because Le Monde Gourmand turned 10, and they were gonna create a beautiful perfume that smelled like cake. And honestly, I didn't know what to expect from this. I mean, they had kind of marketed it with a photo of a cake in the background, and I was really interested to see how this was actually going to smell. Now, this over here, the top notes are bright bergamot, apple blossom, smooth hazelnut. The mid notes are rose crystals, creamy jasmine, sugar crystals, and the base notes are vanilla, cream, sweet musks, and blonde woods. Now, honestly, when I smelled this, I was so impressed by Le Monde Gourmand. I was really, really impressed because this perfume really does smell like a birthday cake. Like, the first thing that hits you is that beautiful sweetness coming through. I can definitely get a bit of that hazelnut. I felt like I was eating, it dries down into a vanilla, by the way, with a sweetness to it. And I felt like I was eating a birthday cake. Like, this perfume has been done so beautifully and so well. Now, I don't think that I smelled like the rose. I don't think that I got the rose in this at all, but maybe it's somewhere there and I'm just not getting it. But the strongest things that I could smell in this perfume were definitely the hazelnut and the vanilla. Like, that was really coming through. But it's in such a way, it's been balanced in such a way that you don't really feel like this is, you know, like the hazelnut and then, oh, this is like vanilla. It kind of comes across like all together as a piece of birthday cake, like a classic piece of cake. And it's just incredulous to me that somebody could actually create a perfume that smells this good and this amazing. It's honestly a fantastic piece of cake perfume. So if you were looking for something that reminds you of kind of like, if you like popcorn perfumes, you like that kind of thing, I think that you would absolutely love Confetti Dores. This is such a big success and absolutely one of my favorite perfumes. It's very comforting as well. So definitely something that you could probably wear, you know, like all year round if you wanted to. I think that I would probably wear this more indoors and stuff, or like more for like as a comforting scent, even a celebration scent. Very, very nice. So that's all I have for you today. 7 Scents by Le Monde Gourmand, and I'm really, really happy with everything that I've been trying from them so far. I definitely intend to like diversify my scents with them because I have really been enjoying every single thing that I've gotten from Le Monde Gourmand. It just meshes really well with my chemistry. That obviously plays a major role because there's some perfumes I've tried that have just not been my thing at all. I think one of the brands that has really, really not gone with my body chemistry is NOYZ. I have tried every single one of their perfumes, including the newest one, which is the 12 o'clock one. I went to Ulta and I tried it twice. The first time I tried it, I really was not a fan of it. I was just like, this is not working for me. Second time I tried it, I liked it a little bit more. I could get a bit more of the sweetness coming in from the 12 o'clock scent, but it still was not enough for me to want to actually pick that scent up. So thank you for joining me for this review of 7 Monde Gourmand perfume scents. I actually told you that there were 6 scents in the beginning. I had miscounted, and anyway, I really enjoyed, you know, going through these perfumes with you, and I use these quite frequently, and I really love them. I just think that I wish that the perfume bottles were bigger, like, you know, 50 ml or 100 ml, because I'm going to be really sad when these actually, you know, get over and stuff. So I'm actually using them and also trying to use them sparingly, if that makes sense. Because yeah, it's hard to get scents once they're discontinued and you fall in love with them. So yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this with you, and I'll see you soon for more reviews. Stay tuned as I delve more into perfumes, and you know, I will see you for those. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.